Oh, that's it. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody?
Good.
Good.
Right. All right. Get the haircuts out of the way. Thank you.
Looking fabulous.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Oh, good. People are coming in, which is what the music's for. Come in, enjoy the music, crank it up. Yeah. All
Once
right.
you put it on recording, I can't hear the music anymore. I don't know why.
Oh, that's interesting.
I don't know if everybody else's is like that, but once you push the record button, it goes away.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know. It's in the recording when we look at
Yeah.
the.
Yeah. Yeah.
I might look into that. Okay. All right, today is June 14th, and welcome to Let's Talk Real Estate, and happy Flag Day. I forget the history of Flag Day.
I don't know that either.
Well, what I do know about Flag Day is my little town in Los Angeles had a Flag Day parade in 1776, and it went by my house. That was really nice. I think that was the only Flag Day parade they ever did. So I always have fond memories of Flag Day. And I have lots of flags. I have a flag here.
Yeah.
You do.
Okay, also, this is a social media post created by Brand Studio in 21 Online, and they have a lot of stuff like that.
It's pretty cool looking.
Yes, they do a really good job. So it's Flag Day, it's Pride Month, it's what is it, Home Sales Month,
Yeah.
and there's a day for everything. There's a dozen holidays every month.
Gives you something to post.
And you can right click this. Let's see if it works. You can copy this image and repost it on Facebook and it'll be branded for Century 21. So
Right.
that's a good thing to do on a weekly basis or however often you want to do that. And today we're going to cover some basic social media tasks. And we're going to talk about a successful and productive mindset in your business. The very elusive mindset. At least it's very elusive first thing in the morning. We'll talk about that a little bit. And I'm always asking the question, what's the difference between those agents that are producing, like this group we're talking to, like the choir here, the producing agents and the rest, the others, you know them. So first, I think, is the ability to remain committed to your daily schedule and what we're supposed to do each day within that schedule. Everyone should have a strong daily schedule that leads to productivity. That's what it's for. As most agents do not have a schedule, you have a huge advantage over the rest, over the competition. They're not doing these things. So always keep that in mind. Whenever we tell you a best practice or something to do, remember that very few realtors are actually doing those things. And second is your individual motivation to accomplish something, a particular thing. So think about it, and you all know this already. Is there something that is important to you, personally or in business, which you are striving towards each day, which is your, one of your focus items that you're going to think about and work on every day until it gets completed? When an agent has motivation and follows a daily schedule, good things always happen. So treat your business like a business. And remember, there's a lot of business to be done.
Yep.
Yeah. So what kind of business are we doing? Let's have a look.
Augie's got a beautiful new suburban Boise listing there, I see.
That's Augie's. Yeah. Shelley, is there anything else new? Go ahead and if you're not have a camera, go ahead and text me. And so, yes, that one's, well, let's start with Kung. What's new in listings and closings in the Portland office?
Yeah, unfortunately, no new listings, but we do have a lot of properties going pending. Fei Wu has a transaction in escrow, as well as Chrissy Hansen and Doug Carrillo. And Pat Wolcott also has one under contract. And we have a couple scheduled to close this week as well, but I won't announce that until they officially close.
Nice.
Good. Hey, let's see. Just looking at who's here in the meeting. Anything new in Washington, Shauna?
Well, I had a closing on Monday, so that was nice to get that done for a client. And that was a really unusual one. And without going into detail, we had to switch escrow companies because the company I had started out with didn't want to insure the title.
Okay.
And so we switched to another company and got it to go through. And we had a power of attorney, and we removed the power of attorney and went directly to the seller and had the seller come in. We weren't good. We were trying to make it easy for an older person, and it didn't work out. So we closed it with the seller, and she was able to go in and sign, and everything went fine. But yeah. And then I also had I've never had this happen before either. An accountant was on vacation, so that we had to wait for that accountant to come back. The seller or the buyer was self-employed, and the underwriter on that file wanted to proof that accountant had been in business for 3 years. And that's never happened to, if it has, I never heard about it. And it just was behind the scenes. But so there's a lot of checking and double checking going on in our underwriting world these days. So that was interesting.
Interesting. Okay. Well, good. I'm glad that worked out.
Yeah.
Nice. Learning experience,
Always.
even after 30 years.
Yeah.
Something new.
Oh, you learn something new every day. Like the time the lender sent us the proceeds from the loan.
That was a first too. That happened in Idaho, right?
Hundreds of thousands of dollars to the wrong person.
So our accountant is saying, boy, you guys sold a big house. Must have been a $10 million house. I said, what do you, no, we didn't.
Yeah, maybe make sure you document that really well.
Right.
So the IRS doesn't want you to pay taxes on it. But yeah, they sent the wrong wiring instructions to the lender. The lender sent the money to Don's account.
Easy to fix, but a lot of people were freaking out over that.
Right. Did you see Shelley sent you an update?
I
Augie has
do.
another listing, and then Augie and Jeff had 2 closings yesterday.
Augie and Jeff had 2 closings. I saw something up here. I wanted to bring this up. This is, I guess this is Augie's.
That's nice.
Yeah, pretty calm.
That is a beautiful house.
Stunning.
Mhm.
Oh, that looks like a good price for that house.
Yeah, it's a lot of house.
Yeah. And Cheryl, I heard you weren't feeling well. How are you? Are you going to talk to us this morning? Nothing yet.
Well, we have the listings. up
Okay.
there.
Well, I do have 2. Let's see if she comes in, but I do see Beach in Longview, $240,000. And she got another new listing up here, 9 North Lake Place. Just looking at the picture, these are the kind of houses that sell. There's the perfect house. And I think Shauna used to say you specialize in 1 level, 3-bedroom ranch.
Yeah, 3-bedroom, 2-bath ranch.
Yeah, attached with an attached 2-car garage.
Yeah, it's an instant paycheck.
Yeah, so people newer to the industry, there is such a thing as the perfect house. And it's the house that has no arguments, no flaws, no drawbacks. The master's on the main. It's got the attached garage. It's 3-bedroom, 2-bath. The master should have an attached bath, and that's it. And it will sell first among its competitors in any market condition. It will always sell first.
That
It
one,
does
that one is
fewer-
Crystal Kramer, and that one's pending.
There you go. Just proves my point.
All right. And
I
then
think Stevens on Beach Street's pending too. I think both of those are pending.
I think they are. Things are moving fast in Longview.
Nice.
Yeah, everything but my listing on Jimmer, I have not had, and I don't know what it is. It's a great house, good price point. We just reduced it a little bit, and gosh, I've had talk of a couple offers, but yeah, nothing.
There it is. That is a pretty home. That's a wonderful.
Maybe
home.
it's the 1 bath. Is that it?
I mean, for the price point, what's out there inventory wise, I'm just kind of
Right.
shocked, but yeah, I don't know. It needs to get some action.
Let's get some action for that.
Yeah.
I'll do some
Fair enough.
promoting today.
Yeah,
Nice.
that should sell.
That's a
That's-
nice home.
That's a nice house.
And then Shauna Wallace had some buyer side is, I believe, right?
But that's been a couple weeks now.
Oh, okay. So that was just postings after. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll celebrate you anyway, Shauna. Wallace.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Congratulations to her.
That's right.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's right. Her golf game and her real estate skills, telling you right now.
She's an excellent golfer. Excellent golfer.
I think it depends on the day. That's a stretch.
And
Yeah, right.
congrats.
We have, as you may know, the Mike Ferry Superstar Retreat, July 18th, 19, 20, and 21. 4 days packed full of really great information. And so
It actually starts on the 17th if you want to go to the bonus day.
there's a bonus day. Yeah, there's a bonus day, but most people are flying in on that day. And
I'm flying in the morning. I'm going to it.
oh, good. Well, there you go. There's your example right there. Don't miss a bonus day if you're going to be there. Tomorrow is the Century 21 North Star Awards luncheon at I have 11 here. It's 12, right?
Well, I had 11 too.
Yeah, I have it at 11.
Where did I see 12? All right. 11 is best.
Maybe 12 is when the food is, and that's what you have in your
Well,
memory.
the food will actually be there at 11:30. So.
Okay, so we're kind of meeting in the middle. If you show up in that range, you'll get food and
Yeah.
celebration.
Okay. It's really hard to mess one of these things up, to be honest. You got food, we got the awards, we got the people.
You got everything you need.
Yeah, exactly. Interesting market news. How's the market? All right. So the 30-year fixed average is down slightly, 6.71, just because it was up last time. And I think on the interest rate, there's not a lot of news there. The news this week is on inflation, and Kuhn will get to that. I think you'll tell me what the number actually is, because my chart didn't update. I've got the market action reports all ready to go for the Portland Metro, for Southwest Washington. I need something better for Cowlitz. I need to see if there's an updated report that looks like this, April, May. So Cheryl, if you could see if that exists, because that's kind of the most useful one, and I don't get that directly. Okay, then let's talk about inflation. Kuhn, what's happening with that?
Well, it's gone down. Inflation, June 13th, 2023. Let's see what it says. Inflation calmed down in May, and further deceleration looks likely in the upcoming months. Looks like it's down to 4%. It also marks the first month in 2 years that wage growth outpaced consumer price inflation, improving the average standard of living. Moreover, low inflation means that the Federal Reserve should stop raising interest rates and possibly slash rates towards the year end or early next year. The yield on the 10-year Treasury is responding positively with a rate decline to 3.7%. That normally means the 30-year mortgage rate is around 5.5 to 5.7%. Of course, we know the mortgage rates have been near 7% recently, but the potential for a decline is real as we progress through the year. And if you look at the charts, you can see that there is a decrease in the inflation rate from a year ago. And the next one, and it's trending down, which is good, very good. And the next chart shows that, wage growth is now outpacing inflation. You can tell from the red, it's above the blue line.
Nice.
Yes.
Other interesting figures, rents are still rising strongly at 8.7%, but are we turning a corner? Looks like it might be going down. Which will be good for a lot of renters who are looking to find a home. And the next chart shows monthly rent growth is even calmer at 6%. So it's growing, but not as fast right now.
Okay.
And I really like the last chart, price growth by key items. You can definitely see what's going up and what's going down. Car insurance is up 17% from a year ago. Rent 8.7. Food is up 6.7%. I'm sure a lot of us are noticing that one.
Yeah.
And one of the good things is that airfare is down. Might be time to take that vacation. Down 13%.
Yes.
Vegas trip.
That's right.
And gasoline is down 19.7% from a year ago.
Okay.
Good for us realtors who have to drive around showing buyers
Mhm.
properties.
Right.
And medical services staying status quo. That's interesting.
And now we're providing lunch tomorrow for those who come, and that will bring your own personal.
That's right. You get your cost is zero, and your smiling face is worth $1 million each. Yeah.
That's right. Well, this is news we've been waiting for, is for that, for these numbers to keep going down, because they were kind of they're leading a lot of the other issues. So excellent. So Koen, keep the inflation going down. Thank you.
Will
Yeah,
do.
I can make some phone calls. Yes.
Make some phone calls.
John,
Yes.
I just wanted to add, I've heard that the feds are going to meet this week and they're talking about raising interest rates. I didn't want to bring bad news, but that's what I've heard lately. Can anyone confirm that?
No.
Well, well, why not? Because that's why they meet. So if they're meeting, they will talk about that.
Right.
No, I haven't heard that. I don't keep up with when they meet. But we could send them this article.
That's
Yes,
right.
we should.
We should. Says the NIR says that
Yes.
this is a good idea.
Right. We want home sales, and this helps. Yes.
Right.
Right.
So some good news on the economy as we're heading into summer, which is traditionally the strongest time. Let's do a quick look at the role play, see what our elevator speech is, so that when you are asked, probably later today, how's the market, you will have a response for that.
I've been seeing great videos put out there on the social media, by the way.
Oh, that's right. No sound.
Oh.
Oregon and Idaho.
How do I start it from the beginning?
I'm going to talk a little bit about the market today. We are seeing a slight decrease in home prices nationwide as interest rates continue to a slow trend upward. However, this continues to be a seller's market due to the shortage of available housing. Average days on market in Clark County are 60 days, and median home sale prices have decreased 2.4% over last year. The median home sold price in the metro area is $500,000, Interest rates are currently at 6.79% and are expected to fluctuate over time. This is a great time to list your home. Sellers are still seeing a real favorable market, and also buyers are also benefiting from the stability of interest rates and longer time on market. So if you need any help or you have any questions at all, please give me a call. Thank you. Hi, this is Shauna Dolby at Century 21.
Nice.
Excellent. So I've got an idea, and I know we've talked about this before, that maybe instead of doing our role play, we reinforce a couple of other issues like social media and making videos. What if we ask one of our agents each week to make this video based on that little speech and show that to everybody? And so that'll cover several things. It'll cover one of our agents making a video for their own social media and getting it out there to their sphere of influence. And it will teach us what the market conditions are as a group.
I
think that's a great idea. So let's ask for volunteers this week to do that. And go ahead and just read your area. How long did that take you to do, Shauna?
Not very long.
How many takes?
I'd say about 20.
Oh dear, really?
I can make a blooper reel if you like. It's pretty funny.
Yes, do that, please.
I'm like blah 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 blah.
That's how mine was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I had a better shirt on, and I liked the way I looked in my first video, but I was like, wait, I don't like that. So I took it back off and I redid it. But so I'll have to go back and put that other outfit back on and do the next one.
Wardrobe. Yep.
Yeah, and so my experience with that is, yeah, go ahead and keep doing them. There'll never be a perfect one. And sometimes you can just set it aside and come back to it tomorrow and your first take will be perfect. That's actually pretty common. But it also, I don't have the statistics or the data, but I do know that videos are very valuable as posts. They bring a lot of attention to you more than really anything else. Especially if you can put in your website or some call to action. Those are all good things. So
can I ask Shauna a question?
Yes.
How often do you do that video? And where did you get the source? Did you get the source from what we just saw? Or
I got it from John's How's the Market. I literally put it on my computer screen, put my phone right up next to it, and I tried my hardest to look at the phone while I was looking at that and read it right from our blog, right there where it says How's the Market. That's how I did it. And I do them every week now, but that was my first one.
Very good.
you do them every week because the information is changing every week on our website?
Yeah.
Yep, we update all of the markets every week. And Boise, John will get down to Boise. We have Boise Caldwell here.
And I can, because I'm licensed in all 3 states, I can do different ones as well. And also, I like, John, you just made a good point. I need to do a call to action on the end of the video and ask somebody to post something or say something, like whatever. I need something at the end of that video.
What day of the week do you post it?
You're making me decide that right now.
No, I mean, you said you do it every week. So what day of the week?
I was being, that was my first one, but I will be doing them every week. And probably I'll do them after the meeting, since I have to get all spiffy for the meeting anyway. I'll do it right after that.
Oh, that's
Good plan.
So I guess my next question is, when are they updated on the website so we can look at it? What day of the week is it actually updated?
Oh,
by?
yeah. I do it Tuesday afternoon.
Tuesday afternoon. So on Tuesdays, it's actually updated on the website.
On Tuesdays it's updated, but what I do on a weekly basis is I update the interest rate. With the other figures, I update those on a monthly basis as soon as I get figures from the MLS on the reports. But yeah, Wednesday's a great day to do it because it will have just been updated. And if we read through them and there's a mistake or anything, we'll have a chance to fix it. So
Thank
yeah,
you.
Wednesday's a good day to make these.
I think Wednesday's the day to do it because that's when it's fully updated. In fact, Mario, do you want to read the Boise Metro? There it is.
Yeah, can you? Yeah, that's a good idea. Let me make it larger if you can read it. Can you see the screen, Mario?
The text is a little small, but I can, can you make it a little bigger for me to read?
I'll try one more notch. We're up at 1,000 right now. Let's see what we got.
Good. That's how mine needs to be.
Okay, well, Mario, how's the market?
We're seeing a slight decrease in home prices nationwide as interest rates continue a slow trend upwards. The Boise metro area is now considered a buyer's market, which means that the supply of homes is greater than demand for homes. The average days on the market is about 47 days, and the home prices have decreased about 8.7% over last year. The median home list price in the metro area is about $524,900. Interest rates are currently at 6.71% and are expected to fluctuate upwards over time. There are still more people looking to buy than there are homes available. It's a great time to list your home now.
Okay,
Nice.
all right, excellent, excellent.
I like it.
Very good.
Yeah,
Very
put that
good.
in front of you so when people ask, you can answer.
No, it's great. No,
I
this
do
is
it.
wonderful. I love the idea of the social media and just read it off. I mean, the
Absolutely.
information is just right there, right?
I
So
would
they need to
encourage,
post it to Facebook. Is that correct?
yep,
just-
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'd like to encourage our bilingual agents to also announce in their another language for the population as well.
Very good. I
Post
could do,
that.
yeah, I could do that. Sure. For,
Very good idea.
no, that's very good. Okay.
I
Okay,
can't wait to see it. So who's our volunteers for next week? I didn't hear.
Oh,
Who's volunteering?
Yeah.
Kat?
Carrie, yes, of course.
okay. I'm gonna write that on the control sheet here.
oh my goodness. You've got 1 week. You got a week to plan.
Okay.
Well, I'm afraid I'm gonna call her Monday and she's on take 100.
It's likely. I'll try not try not to have that happen.
Okay,
Nice.
excellent. Okay.
Exciting.
Okay, what do we have? June social media posts. Let me see what I put in there. We have been having great sessions on Tuesday at 9 o'clock, our skills and activities. The focus is on social media, and actually these are workshops. We're actually doing something at the time. And so Tuesday, Shauna Dolby, you created a video to promote your listing. And you did it all in MoxieWorks.
That was Cheryl.
And
Oh.
you did all
Yep.
the
No. I think it was Cheryl. She was, you mean on Tuesday? No, that was
Yeah.
Cheryl.
It
It was
Cheryl.
her. It was Cheryl. The other Cheryl. The other Sean.
I remember, and she did a great job.
Yeah, it was her listing there on
It was
Gig
her listing,
Harbor.
okay.
I can't remember where it is, but it's
Puget
beautiful.
Island.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. So here are some tips, and this is posted on this blog. It's National Home Ownership Month. Don't forget that. And so, yeah, we had posted that. That's a thing that you can repost. And so there are ideas here. And of course, on Tuesdays at 9 o'clock, we'll go over ideas. And remember, those are workshops where something will actually get done. And so Father's Day, June 18th. And just a lot of good content. So there's no shortage of content. There's really no excuse not to put on your, daily calendar what to do for social media and to spend a measured amount of time on it. That's the idea, to have the calendar, and to have your own daily schedule, is to not spend too much time on something. Because as you know, the internet and Facebook are a little bit of a trap, because you keep seeing things that are sort of interesting and you keep going there and clicking and clicking and clicking, and then it's lunchtime.
Right.
We got to limit everybody like teenagers. We used to limit internet time and TV time.
Right.
We have to do that. to our-
Schedule.
Yeah.
Century 20, the brand in the office here with literally hand you what you need to do with a click. I mean, it cannot get easier if you're a busy person.
Right. All right, I'm going to go in here, and I think I'm already logged in. I did log in this morning, and it didn't let me. So let me try.
Century 21 University.
I just want to look at the schedule because I like to review the schedule for some of the larger classes we offer. And let's see if it lets me into. It's letting me in. It's a little slow because I've got the Zoom going on.
There
Let
it
me
is.
try this again.
Kat, didn't you say you were gonna do the accelerate, the
Yes,
next one?
I want to.
Do you know what the dates are? That's what I'm looking for.
No, I'm gonna do that this afternoon.
Okay. Well, and you said accelerate?
Yeah.
Okay. July 10th.
Oh, well, there it is.
In fact, it looks like they're running quite a few in the summer. So July 10th again, because they hold about 100 people, the 12th and the 19th.
Awesome.
So excellent classes to run.
Can she get a book when we come there tomorrow?
Yes, a book. Oh, I don't have a book here. I thought I did. So yeah, we have printed books if you would like. And
Yeah.
we'll give you that for everybody who signs up for the class. We can give you the printed book. It's very handy. You can take notes in it. You can see it. It's something you can hold. And
Yeah.
I think it's a better way to study, just because I
I
always.
like that.
Can
yeah.
where can they, do you print those, or can they print those right off this website, just as a question?
Okay, the book is. I'll show you where the book is. So I haven't printed and bound because I really want to encourage you to take the classes and to use the book. So that's why I do that. If somebody just wants to do that themselves, I have it under the Training Hub. And the password for the Training Hub is North Star.
Little in?
And I have Accelerate here. And I have the book here,
That's where you can print it.
week 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 chapters.
Okay.
So if anybody wants that, it's there as well.
And this is great for brand new agents or agents that just want to, get going. Keep that in mind.
Yeah,
we
great
encourage
refresher
all of
course.
our agents to do this. And Go List.
So Go List, that's the other one I was going to look at. Let's see where Go List is. Now I've lost my,
There's so much at the university, you just get lost.
right. Right.
It is a lot.
June 14th. Okay, so you know your way around 21 online. And I do put those 2 links to the 2 classes in the blogs for our Wednesday meetings because it's a little difficult to find things in Century 21 University.
Yeah, so sign into 21 online and then click the link and it'll take you right there.
Then go to the link. So the Go List is July 25th. And that's a shorter course. And that focuses on listings. Yeah.
The Accelerate is great because it focuses on just about everything, and it's a pretty extensive class, but it's gonna help your business. There's no way around it. That's why Don wants to promote it. It's really, really a good class.
Did you see it said it's good to do Accelerate before you do Goal List as well?
Did it say that?
Yeah.
Good.
And we have, yeah, and we have the.
I agree
order. Thank you for pointing
I agree with
out.
that too.
Yeah, goal list is kind of designed to take over and over every year, a couple times a year. That's what that's about. Okay. Okay, Shauna, you were going to put us in a better mindset.
Yes,
I think we're doing pretty good right now, though.
we
I-
are.
pretty well.
Yeah, I was going to talk about successful agents' mindset and talk about the things that they do and struggles that they have. So it says passionate about the service they provide. What can you do to improve your business? And basically that'll be improve your service. If you're providing good service, then that's going to be a great foundation for a good business. You're going to have very great time management skills. And so also it says to ask a lot of questions. These are things that they do there when they're talking to a client. Their mindset is to find out about them and ask them questions. So they make decisions quickly. And I remember when I listened to this a long time ago, this is several things that I did kind of combined into one. And people who don't make decisions quickly are on the fence. So it's better, I mean, I'm sure you've all heard this, it's better to make a decision and do something even if it's not perfect. At least you're doing something, right? So discipline, consistency, schedule to talk to people. This was last week's video that we went over on Friday in just one sentence. And you were right, John, it didn't take a lot to fit that into something. Discipline, consistency, schedule to talk to people, take action every day, and develop customers for life in your database. So those are the things that they do. And agent challenges, things that we all are challenged with, is developing the habits for the next level of your success. So you say you did get a listing or a buyer and you're in contract, and I see this a lot with agents, they all of a sudden disappear. They're not there anymore. They've got one thing going and they're not continuing with the habits of organizing and doing more, because that's only going to be one paycheck. You need to keep going. So develop those habits of the next level of their success. A huge one that we are challenged with is adapting to market conditions. And there's a big, we have more on that later today. What way are we doing this? What way are we doing now? What are we doing now to adapt to the market? And we are changing. For us, it's changing back to a more stable, normal market. So those are the challenges, is to keep up. And a good way to do that is to know your market and be reading those and talk to people about them. And another challenge, starting and stopping. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. When we get really busy, what do we stop doing? I just kind of mentioned that. When you get busy, you still need to prospect. You still need to be making those contacts every day. So distracted by how to obtain the goal instead of following the system. So I wrote down another note on that is, it is, if you have a goal, my goals are always high, and it is daunting about this time of year for me because I'm not on track. Things get busier right now, usually for me. And so staying with the systems and doing the things that you should be doing daily instead of looking at that high, you just take one step at a time. Instead of looking at the top, you're just doing that step each day. So that's a challenge to keep focused in on those daily things.
It does, and I always say, the schedule frees you because you can keep moving forward on autopilot if you need to. If you have to get up at 7:30 every day, start being creative and start thinking and start coming up with new ideas before your coffee is kicked in. That's very difficult. But if you do what I do, which is just have everything already, I just got to click all these boxes, and I got through my project. And it was fast.
Do you write your list in the mornings or the night before?
I have a list for tasks. So this list is to create this meeting agenda and all of the internet work to get it ready to present. And it used to take me all day, and now it takes me about 20 minutes because of this checklist. And I don't have to think about what do I do next. I just start clicking off the boxes and putting everything together. And
so it is freeing. It really helps then.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But I always say an agent should do that for their daily business. And the number one on the list after having coffee or whatever is, how am I going to get business today? And put some ideas and put some tasks. Well, I'll go to social media for 30 minutes and do some posts and check in with some people. And I'm going to circle prospect today because I have an open house on Saturday. So I'm going to send out maybe some postcards, but I'm going to call 100 people. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that at 9 o'clock and get it out of the way. That's the idea.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the advice that they had to give for agents to be very clear on how important the third quarter is in 2023. So that is a big one, actually. Why do you think? Why is this quarter that's coming up the most important one? Because everything you're doing now could be to finish the year off stronger, because what you're doing in 2020 or in the third quarter now could actually be the beginning of your next year too. So it's really important that you stay focused on, getting stuff going now, even if it's not going to close until the fourth quarter. So it's very important to stay focused on this quarter and what you're doing. External accountability on the end of the year plan. That's kind of the same line of thinking. You just need to really know what your goals are and keep yourself accountable. And how would you do that? You would participate in the training, the role playing, and your groups that are provided to you. Participate in things with like-minded people. So you show up on one of the, we're changing things up a lot on the morning things where actually it's interactive. You can, open up your laptop and work with us, getting your social media done. Or, we're going to have a lot of things that are a little bit more interactive and like bring your questions, things that you need help with. The lone wolf syndrome is not going to help you to get what you want in the time that you want it.
Won't that be great?
Won't that be great?
It's nice. That is exciting. And every day at 9 and 10 o'clock in our Boise office, it is going to be really fun and exciting. We're changing that up a lot to be a lot more interactive.
Yeah. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, I think everybody's mindset has improved.
Yes,
Just, I can just measure it.
yes.
John,
Yes.
I was wondering if I could get a haves and wants. I had some things come up and I just wanted to reach out to the agents that are included in this, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. What do you got?
Okay, I've got two investors up to 500,000 looking for properties. One investor looking for, say, fixer, any type of fixer. Shauna knows what I'm talking about with that. And I also have, we got our approval from the city on a swale line, irrigation line, for a 5,000 square foot lot in Multnomah Village that I've been working on. And I hope to have that on the market this month. That's kind of what I'm pushing towards. And then also I have a possible listing in Multnomah Village. And then I had mentioned the two buyers up to around 500,000, looking for something that might be an advantage with repair work that they might have to do, right? So I just wanted to add that if I could.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Several people in here today that work Multnomah Village.
Yeah.
Have a look at that. Okay. Cheryl, how are you feeling?
Horrible. She said.
Oh, we got it.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Shauna, what does she have here?
Unicorns
Talking
and
about
yellow
the
dogs.
unicorns.
Right.
Yeah. Comparing, it's a lot about talking about what our last 2 years were and what we have now, and how challenging that is to try to compare the two. And it's just too unpredictable sometimes to predict what's going to be happening, because the impacts on the circumstances and outcomes it's just too hard. So comparing this year's numbers to 2 unicorn years we just experienced is almost worthless. By unicorn, in this lesson, the common definition of the word was something that is greatly desired, but difficult or impossible to find. And we often refer to the unicorn property that our clients want. And that is the unicorn business that we want in the last 2 years. That was fantastic, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those were record years for most people in real estate.
Yeah. It was.
What were some of these bullet points?
Well, the pandemic profoundly changed real estate over the last few years, and the demand for a home on our own skyrocketed, and people needed a home and an office and all of the big backyard and all that. So the waves of first time and second home buyers entered the market. Already low mortgage rates were driven down. I mean, it was pretty much free money. It was 2.75%, and we've said it many times, we're never going to see that again, probably. It would be hard for me to believe that we'll see that again. The forbearance plan all but eliminated foreclosure. So a lot of people had time to get their stuff together, get reorganized with their finances when the pandemic happened. And there was, aid out there for people. Home values reached, they just skyrocketed. They just went so far up. And unfortunately, we're not seeing them come down all that much. It's still pretty, the cost of housing is still up there. So it was a market that forever had been greatly desired, but difficult or impossible to find a unicorn year. Now things are getting back to normal. The unicorns have galloped off.
You got to shimmy and work with whatever you're given. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's different.
And you're gonna like this, John, that there's some graphs.
Well,
Love
look,
graphs.
Jill, do you wanna try to talk or do you want me to?
Sure,
keep going?
yeah, I'll try to.
Okay.
I don't want you to struggle.
I read through it and these are great. So go
Well,
ahead.
I mainly got it out to post on social media, it's more for public or to send in an email, send it out to people and not something that I'm trying to educate us on. But yeah, the graphs are great. It's all good as far as just telling people, I hear so much now in almost every conversation, people are like, oh, the interest rates are so high and this is so bad, but they're really not. We were just having some unicorn years.
Right.
yeah,
And
that's it. Yeah.
when you show people, the true stats, and this is showing statistics.
Can you scroll it up a little bit so we can see the years
I
on the
wanna see
bottom of
the
that?
graphs.
Yeah, there we go.
So when you look at this graph, and this is showing traffic, we're still way ahead of what we were
Right.
in 2018, 19, 20, all those years. We're way up there and really not that far below the last couple of years, which have just, those were just crazy years. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this is more of educating the public, and same with the home prices, to let those sellers know. You can't
Go to the
compare
next
these
graph.
home prices with the last couple of years because it's been
That was
just
a good
crazy. Things aren't going up like, a couple of percentage points every month like they were back then.
Yeah, I put on my note after I read this that when I was learning real estate, I was always taught that the general percentage it would go up each year would be 7 to 8%. And so seeing what this is, we're still doing really well.
Right.
The appreciation is 5%. That's not bad.
Especially when it was 18% last year and 11% the year before.
Right.
It's got to kind of level out a little bit so that buyers can afford to buy.
Right. So demand is there. The homes are going up and appreciating at a nice stable rate. What's wrong? Nothing.
Well,
We don't even have to come up with a solution.
we just need, that inflation to come down a little bit so people can afford a little bit more, I think is what we need. And it'd be nice if the interest rates went down. That would be awesome. But anyway, it's just more normal home value increases right now. So things, all the people that were predicting a huge crash and everything, I think it didn't happen, who knows what'll happen in the future, but it doesn't look like it's going to be happening. So
Yeah, look at, as far as foreclosures,
look at the foreclosure. I'm really, the 2017, 2018, 2019, those were not bad years in real estate.
Yeah.
And, we know why there wasn't foreclosures in the last few years, and I'm sure that'll go up as it is, just because there hasn't been any, because they stopped it.
That's right. There's foreclosures in any market.
Yeah.
right, because those were not really, I built a lot of I worked in foreclosures almost exclusively for about 3 to 4 years. And I stopped working in it because I was no longer needed. They weren't there as much. So that to me, is a good indication that things are going to be okay.
People are paying the mortgage and able
Yeah.
to.
Anyway, they'll have lots of big headlines about the, change in this is one of those times when stats are kind of misleading, because when things have been so crazy, Of course, they're gonna say, you know, oh, the housing market's down, like, so, you know, whatever it is, 40% in some places, and but really, you can't compare it to the last couple of years. You have to compare it to the years before that, the years that were still good for real estate, but you know, not the you know, astronomical things that we saw in the last couple of years.
And I don't think we want to see those again. I don't think anybody's thinking, gosh, I wish I had 30 offers to filter through and present them to my seller.
Right.
So, you know,
Sure.
good riddance to a lot of that.
Yeah.
But, you know, when we talked about the market changing, we focused on all the good things. Is if it takes 2-3 months to sell a house, that's the opportunity to present yourself as a realtor. Then you can have an open house and you can get attention by having listings and promoting those listings and promoting yourself. That was taken away when a house sells on the same day that it's listed. An opportunity
Yeah.
to be a realtor.
Mhm.
Yeah, and when you know, a really huge thing was it was always, well, there's no inventory. Well, there was a lot of houses selling. So the inventory was just there and gone in like a day. So now there really is less houses for sale.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. So great. There's a lot of opportunity there. All right. Thank you, everybody. A great meeting today. And for those of you that are able to come to Portland, I look forward to seeing you. We're going to have a great time. We're going to have a great lunch and a pat on the back and a shout out for our top agents. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Call us if you need us, and definitely get to that website for all your training, as John and the managers pointed out.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
All right.
you.
Take care.
Ah.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.